Well, now, if this isn't a surprise. Oh man, it has been a crazy week. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Well, at least I didn't. Now I do. It's going to be fairly simple. I just got finished getting all my classes sorted. I'm doing all online classes, so I don't have to be away from my PC that often. The only deciding factors is going to be my family. The place that I looked at was a 3-bedroom single wide, and it might as well have been an ice cream box. Really. I mean, if you can't tell right now, this is just a vlog more than anything. Just to catch you up on the past couple of weeks. Oh, what's going on? Let's see here. Physics, English, history, and music 101. In fact, if you watched my last video, it was on LMMS, which is Po Man's Fruity Loops, and it works. They've got some good tunes in there. You can make some pretty cool stuff. I've only seen a lot of techno stuff being produced with it, but I'm sure a skillful hand could really do something entertaining with it. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to smoke during this vlog too because, well, I'm tired. It's ass 30 in the morning, and you're just going to have to deal with it. Might as well be called Cheerios. Anyway, so what have I done? Well, I think by tomorrow or the next day, being Monday or Tuesday, 30th or 31st, I should be receiving in at least one of my shipments that I ordered, which contains an i7 2600K, a brand new aluminum case, be a breakaway from the steel one I've got. I've got a 16 gigs of RAM, a GeForce 560 Ti. What else? What else did I get? I ordered those things. Oh, and I ordered a new power supply. Ordered a new terabyte hard drive, one with a 6 gigabits per second rating, so that way I could start throwing all of my files over there. And I did that for the sole purpose of streaming, but I've really got to get on top of my ISP and say, what the fuck, man? What the fuck are you doing? How come you're trying to sell me this, 6 megabits per second bullshit when I'm only getting like 2? I mean, their uplink is horrible. I'm breaking out during my radio broadcast. It's kind of embarrassing, really. I'm not too happy with the service. I know that out here in the middle of fucking nowhere, they have AT&T and they have a DSL, and I'm sure the line would be much stabler than what I'm getting now. The problem with what I've got is it's rural Wi-Fi, and because it's rural Wi-Fi, it's all by line of sight, if I should say so. And it's wireless 4G, which means that they can throttle my bandwidth, and I think that's what's happened because I watch a crap ton of YouTube. My entire life is revolved around my PC. I pay bills online, I look up news online, I play games online, I go to school online. Everything I do is essentially stationed at my PC. The only reason I'd ever have to get up is to do something for someone else. And I'm not saying this as a lazy person, it's just that I have incorporated it into just about everything in my life, kind of like smoking. You know? It's not that I can't imagine life without it. It's just, I've done it for so long. It's really kind of disheartening, honestly. At least the smoking end of it. I don't care about the PC part. I've just, I'm telling you right now, smoking's bad. That whole Cheerios comment, yeah, it was funny. Well, I thought it was funny. You can laugh if you want. But this horrible habit has creeped its way into just about every facet of my life. I wake up, gotta have a cigarette. Oh man, that was a great shower. Well, I better go smoke. Man, just got finished eating breakfast. I should go smoke. Man, I'm hungry. I should smoke. I'm driving. Fuck, I should smoke. Smoke, 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 smoke. It's horrible. Horrible, and it's been over a decade like this. I think I started smoking when I was 17. Again, very bad habit. Don't do it. And believe it or not, I guess you could say I was pressured into it. I remember being a junior in high school, which is 11th year for those of you that aren't in the States. Or, yeah. Anyway. I was walking home. We just had some massive state test in Texas, and every day, my buddy, we would walk the same route home, and it was about a mile to my house. So I walked a mile every day. And he said, he pulled out his pack of smokes, pulled out a cigarette, stuffed it in his mouth, and to be nice, like any respectable smoker would be, would offer his buddy a smoke. And every day I would turn him down. And of course, that test day hit, and it was shortly before spring break. He's like, "You want a cigarette?" I'm like, "Fuck it, yeah, give me." And that was the start of a very, very long and drawn out habit. I would give anything to be able just to put it down and not crave. That tends to be the problem, is putting up with the cravings. It itches at you, it claws at you from the inside. It just, especially when you're as deep as I am, and it's embedded in everything you do. Like people who just kind of go on and off, and smoke, I mean, that's great. People who only smoke while they drink, well, okay. But for people where it's just an everyday part of their life, it is a pain. I know they've got some medicines out there for that. I think they've got some sort of beta blocker that makes nicotine make you want to throw up. So every time you think about cigarettes, you throw up. All right, well, that's great. I don't want to take it. And it's not because of that. It's just because it's a brain drug. It's a beta blocker. My mother, for example, she's got some weird asthma thing going on, and they gave her some drug with a beta blocker in it to inhibit a particular aspect of her breathing, and it ended up shutting her lungs down. We had to rush her to the hospital. Wasn't a fun time. Hell, enough about that. So, new computer, smoking's bad. And what else am I going to talk about? I don't know. I'm getting a lot of cool press releases, stuff about Street Fighter, X Tekken. Square Enix has just put out a website for the Barcode Society. You can Google that. I don't have it on hand. And it's, again, Ask 30 in the morning. And, well, you know what? I'll just put this link in the description. It was for immediate release, and I got it, Friday? Again, vlogish. This isn't my proper, hey, what's going on? Oh, what else? Bought a few games. I've got Skyrim. Yes, Skyrim. And it has been worth every penny. Even on my 250 GTS. I think it's a GTS. I can't remember. No, maybe a GT. I think it's a GT. Whatever it is, it has 2 ounces of copper in it. Whatever. And even on medium settings, it looks fantastic. I can't wait to get this GeForce 560 Ti in. That's just going to blow it out of the water. And that's another thing, too. The use of SLI, apparently, unless you're going to use higher resolutions, going SLI is rarely worth it. The only thing it does is it doesn't increase load capacity. Well, it doesn't increase load capacity. It works at a master-slave range where... Yeah, master-slave. Yeah. Anyway, it works at a master-slave range where the work that it's given is split, so it doesn't improve your frame rates any. It just lightens the workload on your master GPU. So really, the only thing that a SLI system will get you is better scores on the Boink client and folding at home and SETI's processor program. So it seemed like a waste of money. It really did. But yeah, 16 gigs of RAM. That should be fine. I'm also picking up a copy of Adobe Creative Suite 5.5, so you should start seeing a bit more oomph in my videos, I hope. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a daily. I may stick with my name this time and go weekly and just report at the end of the week and maybe give you gameplay footage. So that way I've got a show I talk about, and then, of course, throughout the week I've got gameplay footage. And that's another thing, too, because I'm going to class in their PeopleSoft system. I will have more time to spend at my PC instead of going to town. And that's another goofy thing about this college, is that all the classes are spread out on Mondays and Wednesdays before I changed everything over to online. Mondays I go to school at 9:30 in the morning, and I don't get out until, what was it, 5:15, something like that. And between the space of 10:45 and 4 p.m., there was nothing. I was pretty much in town twiddling my thumbs. That's it. What the hell am I going to do in town? So it was a lot of wasted time. This kind of works out for the better in the sense of it saves me on gas. I've already got all the access I need. Anyway. So yeah, Adobe Creative Suite 5. That's After Effects, Premiere, Flash, Catalyst, Audition. It's got a whole crap ton of features, and I'm looking forward to dip my hands into it when I'm not studying. Alright, more updates. League of Legends. I think I'm going to hold off until I get my new system built. Just because I will have a better base for recording the footage, because I start chopping up every time I start recording. That's part of the reason why I haven't really put anything out for it. If you saw the Summoner's Journey 1 that I did, it wasn't all that great as far as frame rates are concerned. And it's funny, too, because if I wasn't recording, I would get like 70, 80, 120 frames a second. The moment I hit the record button, I'd get like 10, which is unheard of. Well, maybe not unheard of, it's just ridiculous. I don't understand how that happens. I can imagine if I was streaming. Oh, and that brings me to another point, streaming. That's probably not going to happen with this ISP. This new system will be able to do 1080p live stream. However, my internet connection will not allow it. Just because you need at least, what was it, 4 megabits? 3 megabits? 2 megabits? You need at least 2 megabits maybe for 1080p? I can't remember. But I wouldn't stream in 1080p anyway. I got this particular setup just because I wanted it to face roll 720p. So that way I didn't have to worry, if that makes sense. Gotta be able to face roll the 720p. So anything on YouTube or streaming in 1080p is a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. It really is. There's just no point. So yeah, more League of Legends. I was thinking about doing a Binding of Isaac maybe tomorrow, because that's easy to keep up with. Until I get the new system, there's not much. It looks like, according to the UPS tracker, I'll have my case in before anything else. And of course, my PSU that I bought is not going to get here till probably Wednesday, which I'm okay with. I mean, I'm in no big hurry. This system that I've got, and that's another thing too. I'm going to have this backup system here. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do with it. It's going to have all the working parts it needs, except for a hard drive, keyboard, mouse, power supply, network card, the whole 9 yards. It's going to have everything, except for those components. So maybe I should turn it into a home theater PC. It'll do it. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. I just have to replace my TV tuner card from analog to digital, slap a remote on it, get a fancy television. It doesn't serve any purpose. I can use it as spare parts or backup. That's about it. Not much I can really do with it, honestly. I know, it can hold down my spare paperwork. That's what it can do. It'll be a fancy paperweight. So that's what's going on in Luminary's life at the moment. So, yeah. Oh, also pre-ordered Kingdoms of Amalur, so you might see a bit of that too. And again, I had a buddy who worked for 38 Studios, and she didn't work for him anymore. She had to move. But she said it was supposed to be amazing. There's supposed to be an MMO version somewhere. But meh, I don't care. I really like the way Fable worked, and I'm kind of waiting to see how Kingdoms of Amalur is going to work. And it should be good. It really should. I bought an Xbox 360 controller just for the occasion. I got a wireless one. Oh my gosh, if you guys ever buy a wireless 360 controller, be aware you need that stupid wireless dongle. Holy crap. So it's going to cost you the cost of the controller and the dongle. I got the limited edition or whatever it was. It came with a lithium-ion battery, the plug and play charge or the charge and play kit. I thought maybe the charge and play kit would act as a data cable. No, no, I was wrong. All it does is charge. You plug it into your USB port. That's all it does. I couldn't get it to work. So, yeah, you'll end up spending the cost for the controller, the lithium-ion battery, the charge and play kit, just so you can keep it charged on your PC, and of course another $20 for the wireless kit. So, I think all in all, I spent $100 for one controller. How lame is that? I think I've stated before, I'm a big supporter of, free software to use, and I'm still that way, but in order to get anywhere, I need to spend a little bit of money. YouTube's one of those things where you get you get out of it what you put into it. And if you don't put anything into it, like, doing fraps allows me to do gameplay. That was an easy $40. Getting into games where I don't have to use the keyboard and I can use the controller and relax, that's another thing. Like Skyrim on a 360 controller for the PC is very comfortable. It is. I can't imagine doing anything else. And of course, games like Sonic or Sonic Generation is just absolutely awkward unless you have a 360 controller. It's doable, but it's a pain in the ass. Alright. I think that's going to do for now, Pig. Alright. Until next time. Oh, well, that reminds me. You guys want pictures of this thing built, or at least the parts or something. I was going to buy a bloggy camera or something and do a speed build, if that makes sense. So, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm Luminary, and I'll see you next time.